What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about the Norwegian tradition of Dugnad. Now, from what I understand, there is nothing like Dugnad in the United States. I was trying to learn more about Norwegian traditions that only exist in Norway, and I came across this word, Dugnad. So I'm not exactly sure what this is yet. Apparently, it's something like lots of people do together, or I don't know. I'm not going to even speculate too much more. I have an article here and a little short video that's going to help explain this concept to an American like me. So, Norwegian Dugnad. What do we have here? There's not really a good English word for Dugnad, and the best explanation is that it's a type of community day where people get together to tidy, repair, clean up, or upgrade a community? Wow! What a wonderful idea. I mean, I have so many questions. Does everyone take part in this? How often do you schedule this? When do you do the Dugnad? Do you have to do it for free? What happens if you don't do the Dugnad? What? It's interesting. It's funny to think about this because in the United States, I don't think just thinking about this already, I don't think this would work at all. A lot, except maybe in very small communities. But for the most part, Americans are not gonna just get together for free and take care of the community by cleaning stuff and repairing stuff, and Americans are a bit lazy and don't like to do stuff for free. But I totally understand why this is such a good idea, especially just making the community better. That's kind of like what everyone should strive to do. They do this at the kindergarten, school, sporting arena, or neighborhood. Who decides when there's a Dugnad? How often do you do this? This sounds so nice. It's very Norwegian. Norwegians seem like very, very, very good and mature at like taking care of each other and the community and Norway, whereas that's not so much a very big part of American culture, unfortunately. American culture is more of a take care of yourself first kind of mentality. It's kind of sad. But this is nice to read about. It's common for Norwegians to have Dugnad either at spring or another at fall. So spring or spring and fall. During May or September, any community can have Dugnad. It's often based on a combination of people wanting to help the community and a fear of getting a fee and social reprisals for not attending. Oh boy. Oh wow. So any group, like a neighborhood or a school, like the parents of a school, or like a neighborhood association, any of those groups can call a Dugnad event and be like, okay, let's get together and clean stuff up and make sure everything's like working and good. And if you don't show up, there can be a penalty. You can get a fee or become a social outcast. People will be mad at you, which makes sense. Okay, cool. I like the part about doing it at a kindergarten or school. That seems super nice. That's like a really nice thing. Since Dugnad is a pretty foreign concept for most people, we're going to take a look at it. Yes, I've never heard of this. It sounds super nice though. So be prepared to learn how it works. Okay. Places that have Dugnad. Dugnads are pretty common for kindergarten, school, clubs, hobby clubs, okay. Like if they have a physical location, football teams, aquariums, member houses. So this is like just the Norwegian cultural way of making sure clubs and public social gatherings are taken care of, the spaces that are for the public or for your children or for get-togethers, making sure those spaces are upkept and in good working order and made better by the community. I really like this idea. we Dugnad. Apartments. Oh, you might have to like help out with your apartments. Okay. Cabin residential areas. Okay. Some Dugnads are on the evening or work days. Oh man, good luck getting Americans to get out and do this on a work day. No chance. They last 4 to 5 hours. Man, this is dedication. I bet Norwegians, like, this doesn't even sound like that much extra work. It's just expected in Norwegian culture. You just accept this as a part of life and a part of, like, maintaining the community. But to Americans, this just sounds like a whole lot of extra work. And I'm not convinced Americans would be organized to actually accomplish anything doing this. Or they can be on the weekend. It's common to have a fixed date where everyone participates. Okay. Some example of work you might do. Yeah, what kind of work do you do? Like cleaning? What is manual intensive labor? Boring and repetitive work. Oh my gosh, Norwegians are so disciplined. Oh my gosh. So, mowing, raking leaves, picking up trash, painting, weeding, and washing the driveway. Literally cleaning everything. But this makes a lot of sense. It's almost like if you need to take care of your home, this is taking care of community gathering places, like a kindergarten building or a public club building or something, where it needs upkeep and taken care of. But everyone uses it. Instead of a home, everyone uses it, so everyone gets together and takes care of it together. It actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it. There's not any definitions of the tasks you have to do. The organizers will let people do what they are good at. Okay, so if you're like good at painting or something skilled, the tasks are tied to the changing of the season. Yeah, kind of like raking leaves and stuff. You might get forced to pay a fee if you don't attend. Oh my gosh. See, if this did happen in the America, it would be like volunteering, which means not many people would show up, and there's no penalty. You could actually get penalized, like you'd have to pay if you don't show up to this. Wow. So it's mandatory. But I think Norwegians understand that it's for the greater good of the community. So I think most would just want to attend. I don't know. Maybe Norwegians hate going to this. Maybe Norwegians hate it and are just like, dang it, the Dugnad's coming up. Some Dugnads are all volunteers, but most are not. Most Dugnads are part of a contract where you sign when you sign up for the kindergarten or club. Oh, so you're legally obligated to participate. Okay, it's just a part of joining a group, is that you have to show up and help out. All right. So you could be charged a fee of 250 NOK per hour. Oh, wow. 250 NOK, how much, $24? Oh my gosh, that's not cheap. Oh my gosh, so you want to show up. The fees are highly controversial, but still common. Yeah, that's so funny. Who does that money go to? I guess the organization? Oh my gosh. Some people get lawyers and have explained that the fees are not legal, but most people still do it anyway. Oh my gosh. Do people enjoy participating? That's exactly what I want to know. Do Norwegians enjoy this? Do they really? Americans would hate this. Some people really enjoy Dugnads. They take pride in making the community better. Others find it boring and annoying. Yeah, that'd be me. I'd be like, oh man. Most people are somewhere in between. Right. They think it's okay, even though they don't really enjoy doing the work. That makes a lot of sense. this is such a nice thing. Like, and for Americans, it would honestly be a good thing if we were forced to do it. That's the only way it would happen, honestly. But it's just like nice. Like, Americans have really lost that sense of a community, especially with the internet and stuff, and people don't even know their neighbors anymore, and people don't know each other much. So it'd be nice if we all had to get together and like help out cleaning and maintaining community places that we use. It's honestly nice. And those places need that upkeep, so it serves a practical purpose as well. Dugnads are very social, where you can chat with your neighbors. Right, right. It's a nice way of getting to know people. Right, right. Wow. Huh. Many places have a small celebration after the Dugnad is finished. Don't be surprised if you get coffee, hot dogs, or pizza, or beer. Okay, maybe I'll show up. Okay, if there's pizza and coffee. All right, cool, cool. All right, I also have this little video where we're going around and seeing Norwegians try to explain what Dugnad means, because apparently there's really no English word for it.
How would you describe Dugnad?
Dugnad. That's a word that's only in Norwegian. I
Ah.
don't think there is an English word for that.
No.
Well, so the English would be like it's a get together for the community where you clean.
Can you translate this word into English?
No. Sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. One word, no, it's not possible.
Yeah. Yeah, there's really no one word translation. There's no such thing as a Dugnad like in the United States. We don't do that. I have to admit, we don't do this.
I can't do it. I
It's
don't
so
know.
difficult.
Yeah.
But it is a really important word in Norway.
Yeah, of course. Everybody knows it.
Dugnad is when you meet with other people and fix things and you do not get paid for it.
I love her explanation. You meet up, you gotta fix stuff, you don't get paid. Americans would be like, what? Huh? I'm just starting to wrap my head around this.
We all get together, we work, we brush up leaf, we paint what needs to be painted, and then we usually have some food afterwards.
Yeah.
Have some kind of social interaction.
I like the social aspect of it, of getting together and kind of hanging out and socializing during and after. That makes it sound a lot more fun, honestly, the whole experience.
I think I like the words in English, obviously, but it's some kind of community work, or yeah, I think that's the best way I could explain it, community work, but for your neighborhood, so neighborhood work, or you guys know what I mean, right?
And also you work together with people you live around, but you don't necessarily know who they are.
Yeah.
So it's...
Yeah, this sounds like a really great way to meet your neighbors and meet the community, which is another, like, a very big thing Americans really don't do much.
It's also social.
What does this word say about the Norwegian culture, do you think?
It says a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's the most funniest thing about Dugnad, because it's the meaning, it's the culture. It's mostly to get to know each other with the neighbors. That's the only time of the year where you can get together with your neighbors.
Yeah, this says a lot about Norwegian culture. Apparently, a large part of it is that you get to see your neighbors, which I didn't realize until now. That's like a major part of Dugnad, getting to meet people around you and know who each other are and be friendly. And then the other part of it is that you're actually cleaning and painting and raking and actually helping to maintain whatever the area is that you're going to. It's speaks very highly of Norwegian culture to me that this exists. Like, Norway continually surprises me with how many cool, like, sort of little things like this exist that don't exist in any shape or form in America.
Everything. So I would say that's the most. I think that's the meaning of it.
What does this word say about the Norwegians?
Well, we've been hard working and we had to help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this a nice word or?
Yeah,
is
yeah, it's a very, very positive word.
Okay.
But
Okay, it's a positive word. I was wondering that. Because Americans would just like be like, oh no, not the Dugnad. Oh, it'd be bad.
do you do Dugnad?
Yes, all the time.
It's a good thing to know because sometimes they do have dugnads at the schools or even at the student places where they live. Student homes, they do have dugnads to make it a more comfortable place to live. So
Wow.
yeah, you should know what it means.
If you don't
Wow, this is such a big part of Norwegian culture. I had no idea. I had never heard of this.
do Dugnad, will you get some penalties?
Not actually, but it's a sort of penalty that you are not among in the good part of the society then.
Ah, they're talking about the penalties. So he's saying, I mean, you don't have to show up, but everyone is gonna know that you didn't show up, and they're gonna know, and that's a penalty. You're gonna be lower on the social hierarchy.
What kind of penalties?
Financial.
Financial?
Yep.
Okay. But how much approximately? Let's say US dollar?
I think where I live, it's about $30.
30.
If you don't participate in Dugnad. So Dugnad
$30 fine. Like that's not nothing.
is a social happening with a lot of work. And if you don't do it, you have to pay $30.
And you get free food.
I will say that.
You get free food. I love, the more I learn about the details of Dugnad, the more I really like it. You get together, you have a good time, you socialize, you clean, stuff gets done, and then you get to eat pizza or something.
Most of the Norwegian words is not easy to explain or to transfer to other language.
Okay.
So it's so complicated. Even though I know what it means, it's most of the time it's difficult to say it in English.
Yeah.
But Norwegian people are complicated
Okay.
too. So
Stay tuned for some new words from Norway. See you.
Wow. That was good. That was by Your Way to Norway. I gotta give that a like. I really enjoyed hearing Norwegians talk about this because it gave more insight. Like the Norwegians look at Dugnad as a very positive thing, a good thing for the community, and a chance to socialize. That's like one of the biggest parts of it. You get to socialize. I didn't know that. And it makes the community better. It's such a great thing to just have being part of your culture. And in America, there is nothing like this. Nothing even close to this. But I feel like now that I know about it, I feel like it's missing from American culture. Like this would be really positive for American culture. I gotta start a new Dugnad movement here or something. This is amazing. And then it's also a pizza and beer party at the end, which is great. Honestly, that is what would get the Americans to go. The hot dogs, pizza, and beer. That would, not the cleaning up part, even though that does help everyone. But I'm so glad that I got to learn about this. This is a Norwegian tradition I had never learned about or heard of, and it's awesome. It's like really, really cool. So I'm so happy to have learned about this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video as well, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment, perhaps with your thoughts on Dugnad and what you think about it. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture and stuff about Norway I've never learned before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.